Brennan O'Neill coming off back-to-back 5-goal games, and today he gets his first taste of ACC play. It's late March. It feels like a game with the stakes of late May. The last 3 meetings between these teams, all decided by a single goal. 6 of the last 8 one-goal games. The Orange, though, have won 7 of the last 8. These two did not play last year. Jake Naso, the freshman, will take the first face-off for Duke. Jacob Fomp, the redshirt junior, at 59%, will take it for Syracuse. Naso popped it into the air a couple of times. Peter Dirth lands on him, and it'll... Here's Montgomery, now going to work against one of the top shorties in America, Peter Dirth. Montgomery gets loose, feeds it back, O'Neill falling down!
His first year, his freshman campaign, dodged the score. As a sophomore, he started figuring it out, becoming the distributor. He knows they're gonna go quick to him when he has a short stick Dirth on. And O'Neill catches that across his face to finish. You can throw anything at 34.
At Gettysburg. Sowers gets free, drew the slide, finding a cutting Robertson, 2-zip.
First 2 games, he had to sit out. Once he was inserted in the lineup, the balance and the glue of this offense changed. You talk so much about Sowers with the beautiful pass. Robertson's the glue guy. He's a righty spot. Too about that. He was an incredible high school football in the state of Texas. Played a lot of special teams, returning punts. We were watching his highlights. That guy can play.
Rafus finding Hiltz. So both freshmen, both of the...
How are you going to find some offense when Duke is relentless like this? I mean, they're just all over every ground ball, but Syracuse doesn't give up on the play. Gets the ball, and I think the story since game 2 is the balance attack of Syracuse. So much midfield-driven offense in that first game against Army. You love the talent of those guys.
He's led the Orange in assists 3 years in a row. Adler out of the cage. Rafus pushed aside. Rafus, time, room, goes top shelf, and it's 2-2.
Yes, but what he's doing that is impressing me the most, he's turning the corner in 2021, and he's absolutely making teams pay. He's sticking it.
Well, he's been a great teammate. Second midfield for Syracuse. Quinn, Seabold, and Buttermore. Here's Seabold. Hiltz couldn't handle the pass. It comes back to Quinn. Lucas Quinn is 7th of the season, and that's 3 straight for the Cuse.
When you turn on the tape and you think like a coach would, it's the little subtle plays. So Hiltz doesn't handle that ball. Look how he just gooses it to the open. Finds that Lucas Quinn is right there. By the time he picks the ball up and throws it, guy that's smaller with that kind of speed would be really, really tough in terms of the ass. So press out on him. Never let him get a running start at you.
Sowers almost broke his ankle. Plays it back to Montgomery. On the doorstep to Robertson.
It'll be an awareness. When Sowers makes this move and catches Wyckoff, the defense is compromised. Everyone is kind of just hitting that panic mode button, and things break apart. So Sowers gives it to Montgomery.
Graduate student from Foxborough. A veteran of so many terrific Duke teams. Montgomery against Dami Oladamoye. Nakai with a bounce shot and a score. Oh, he's put a stamp on this game. A goal and 2 assists in the first quarter.
He's been magnificent. The problem with this defense is you cannot give Montgomery space. So Oladamoye doesn't get into Montgomery's body. And when you don't get into a speed Dodgers body, it's bye-bye. Time to flex.
Q starting with the ball and the extra man as quarter number 2 begins. The Orange 4 out of 12 on the man up this season. Hiltz feeding the crease. Chase Scanlon ties it at 4, 22, coming off a 7-goal game.
Virginia and Hopkins my senior year. Coach Simmons takes us on a day trip. We take a charter down to D.C. For lunch, he took us out for steaks. No way we were winning that game.
Tyler Carpenter.
Anish, we talked about Carpenter pregame and how impressed we were with 33 and white. He's an absolute ground ball machine. Has the most ground balls on the team from a non-face-off guy. Naso leads the team with his ability to win the draws, but 33 and white is unbelievable on the ground and in transition. So there could be opportunities for Rafis when he's driving up the left side to get Brower to commit to one side and then use his lefty strength. And there's one for the Q, Anish. With Lucas Quinn, mainstays on the Syracuse second midfield. Cook, the third guy tonight. Jacob Buttermore's been missing the last 2 games, so Cook, 2 and blue. You can't keep jumping.
Sowers from X. Finds his man, it's Caputo right.
You know, you do the math. This is an extra man unit that checks in at 50%. You lose that possession battle, as you explained, Anish. Well, they're going to make you pay. And Sowers, the patience and the vision.
Sowers isolating Wyckoff. TPH hedged. He's all over Caputo. They'll play it back to Sowers, 15 to shoot. Sowers against Wyckoff, goes low, beats him again. Porter made the save the first time. You give Sowers 7 or 8 of those, I don't know if Porter's making better than 50%.
No, and Wyckoff actually was above the goal when Sowers caught the ball. That's a big difference for me, Anish, because when he's above the
weekend 2019, and we saw Liam Entenmann against Marquette, 18 of 21, and Marquette had some good looks. He was unreal.
Yeah.
Dyson Williams from Denenza.
You think of Michael Sowers from Princeton, O'Neal, the #1 recruit in the nation. Don't forget about Duke's leading scorer from a year ago. North of the border, Canada's Dyson Williams.
Squad due to the pandemic. Most sought after transfer in the offseason chose Duke and instantly made Duke the team to beat. Sowers around the bend. On the rebound, the goal by O'Neal.
Michael Sowers it's insane. I mean, you see him turn the corner. It's like he's shot out of a cannon. O'Neal gets the rebound. Just like hoops. Attack the boards. Understand that rebounds are going to be plentiful.
Great lefties to come through Duke. Gutterding, Greer, Quinzani. Naso again off the draw. Fires on goal. And scores. The Blue Devils make it 5 straight.
He knows he has them on the ropes, right? So you can be aggressive with the way that you face off, and you can push it out in front and take those chances. Because of the trigger-shy Cuse face-off guys and Naso. Great off the floor and sticks it. And when you're Syracuse, you're going to let 56 and white Naso come down the middle because...
Remember the last time these two teams played, though? Duke had a 4-goal lead on Syracuse in the fourth quarter as Caputo lost it. It comes to Sowers. The Orange came back and won an OT. You cannot give Brennan O'Neal that kind of room. The left-handed crank.
This is nuts. Look at Porter in the cage here. A righty goalie. Look at the placement on this. Bam! Top shelf, off stick. No goalie in the universe is making that save. That ball is moving close to 100 miles an hour. The size game for a corner. And 23 and white is back there, you're going to keep the rock.
Charlie O'Connor, bounce shot and a score.
At one point in time, and Anish, we talk about the talent. How good must Charlie O'Connor be playing in practice? I have to ask that question. If you're able to get runs ahead of guys.
Can Syracuse stem this 7-0 Duke run? They do. Brendan Curry.
We've been around these games way too long not to feel runs. And Scanlon, primarily a goal scorer with an unbelievable pass and just the spacing and awareness to know that Curry's
first 2 games, not anymore.
Yeah, they're locked in. They're sharing the ball, moves at hyper speed.
Siebel, tough angle, falling down against the shorty Matt Camille, and it's 12-7.
Time to go. So Siebel played attack his whole life. He's from the Dallas, Texas area, always playing in that type of space. He was a righty post-up dodger. Now he has a short stick on him, and Camille, he's going to play the leverage game. Field the defender, shoot around him.
He's had a shorty most of the night. It's Jake Caputo. Rafis has his man hung up. Adler, he'll come out of the cage. Rafis beats him back to the goal. 6th-year senior. He's seen a lot of lacrosse.
Adler pay. When goalies come out, I don't know, how often does it end pretty? I know he's hung up and you want to force him one way or the other, but Brower was in an awful position in the beginning, right? That just gave Rafis an ability to play a little wait and see how Adler would adjust, right, into his new team and the new system, and he's comfortable now. You just see that he's playing at the level that he did a year ago at St. Joe's.
Sowers turns and scores.
You know, I think Syracuse is going to be in the mix down the stretch, and I'm not counting Notre Dame out either. I mean, tonight, the second quarter, as Scanlon scores to make it 13-9. Anish, I think the second quarter just, the face-off violations just killed a violation with 11 minutes left in the second quarter, just changed everything. Rafis going back to his bread and butter, the passing game. Scanlon doing what he does best, finishing in tight.
Off the ground.
That was a
Kennedy.
great save by Porter.
Dearth to the wing. Scanlon shoots.
Yeah, it's been the comeback, and this is great to see. If you watched Syracuse in some of the early games and Chase Scanlon struggled, he was on that bottom right side of the attack, shooting flat-footed.
Here comes Dordovic. Still looking to get into the point column. Dordovic feeding to Curry. Oh, we got a ball game again. It's 13-11. Here come the Orange.
I don't know. Syracuse is normally known for runs. I don't know if I see one here. Well, it's coming. It's coming. And this duo, these guys are like best friends off the field. Dordovic and Curry.
Dordovic was picked up by Camille. Now it's Scanlon. And Dordovic has the shorty. Feeding in front. He's got Rafis the Cuse within one.
Out of Syracuse is the invert game, and the comfortability of Dordovic to become a passer. A guy that's known as a perimeter dodger from up top. I've seen this multiple times this season. It's improving so much as a passer behind the cage, and Rafis, the recipient. Toughness, urgency, and intelligence. Wow!
Rafis the assist, Scanlon with the magic stick, and we're tied at 13.
Pull out something like this. Dordovic reverses the ball rotation back to Rafis, and then Scanlon with an absolute beauty of a shot. Sports Center top 10. Here we go.
Dordovic against Terry Lindsay. Veteran D-Mitty. Dordovic inside! And he gives the Orange the lead.
Assisting on a prior possession behind the goal. This time just plants his foot. You talk about the quickness of Michael Sowers. Tucker Dordovic, in terms of aggressive plant foot action when he changes direction, is...
Now it's Sowers. Akai Montgomery, shadowed by Murphy. Even strength, Dyson Williams ties it.
51 in white, Dyson Williams. Good ball movement. But you got to be careful when you extend out to Dyson Williams, because he can sling it from that spot, but if you overcompensate in terms of your approach, it's hard to see from that angle.
Working on the inside. A shot and a goal by Michael Sowers.
You see Owen Caputo here right there. Understands where that double's coming. But more importantly, Sowers senses it. Because Wyckoff goes to help and prematurely goes to help. Syracuse was playing for being able to turn, right? Because the ball was in that far corner to turn and track Rafis' stick.
Are you ready for ACC lacrosse or what?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
What a wild